Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Today I will discuss 15 MCQs on communication. This is practice set 3rd. I have already uploaded 2 practice set on communication and complete videos on communication topics. So you can go and check them. Those who are watching my video for the first time, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. The first question is, the word communication is derived from communis, communique, communal, commune. So it is derived from Latin word that is communis and it means common. So when we are talking to someone else, or suppose there is a sender and receiver, they can interact and talk to each other only when there is something common in between them, right? Common culture, or they are interested on some common topic. So that commonality is very important when communication is going on. Next question we have, conversing with the spirits and ancestors is termed as what? Options are transpersonal communication, intrapersonal, interpersonal and face-to-face. So correct answer is going to be 1, that is transpersonal communication. When someone is trying to talk to spirits or ancestors, then that type of communication is known as transpersonal communication. Next question we have, imagine you are working in an educational institution where people are of equal status. Which method of communication is best suited and normally employed in such a context? So here the important term is equal status. That means they are at the same level. There is no hierarchical boundaries or hierarchical differences between the sender and receiver or vice versa. Options are horizontal communication, vertical communication, corporate communication and cross communication. So when it comes to equal status, then answer is going to be horizontal communication. I have made a detailed video on this topic, you can go and check them. Next question we have, classroom communication is normally considered as, options are effective, cognitive, non-selective. So in a classroom, a conversation is going on between teacher and a group of students, or between teacher and student, that can be one-to-one also. So classroom communication is always effective communication. Why? Because this type of communication is also known as transactional communication, as I have told you, and under transactional communication there is continuous chain of feedback, and this feedback is the indicator of an effective communication. Next we have, video conferencing can be classified as, options are visual one way, audio visual one way, audio visual two way, visual two way. So when there is any video conferencing going on, there we have both the things, audio as well as visual, and it is two way, right? Sender become receiver, receiver become sender. So the correct answer is going to be audio visual two way. Next question is, the biggest barrier of the communication is, so we have to identify the barrier from these options. Options are noise, person, language, previous experiences. So basically all these are barriers, but we have to choose the biggest barrier. So the biggest barrier is going to be noise, and noise are of different types. I have made a separate video on this, you can go and check them. Next we have, the barriers of communication can be eliminated. So there is a barrier and you have to eliminate those barriers. So what should be done, or when it is that the barriers of communication is eliminated? Options are, when it is simple and comprehensible, yes. Associated with feedback, yes. Following the rules of excellent listening, of course. So all the options are correct. Next we have, the basic elements of communication are, options are source and the receiver, messenger and the receiver, the source and the channel, all the above. According to Berlow's model, there are 4 elements in any communication process, that is known as SMCR. S for sender, M for message, C for channel and R for receiver. So here all the options are correct. Next we have, the way through which message passes is called. So what is the name of that way? Suppose a sender is sending a message to a receiver. So we have to give the name of that pathway that helps in the transmission of this message. Options are channel, transmission medium, transmission channel, and transmission system. So the correct answer is going to be channel. Again, that Burroughs model, SMCR. Here C stands for channel. Next question is, according to Mehrabian, the respective contributions of words, tone of the voice, and body language in overall communication. That means this is overall communication, that is going to be 100%, and Mehrabian has divided this overall communication into 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. So say it is for words, then tone of the voice, and then body language. So basically this non-verbal communication constitute the major portion. Okay. So the body language is going to be 55%, tone of the voice 38%, and words 7%. So the correct answer is second. The next question is, books can be a powerful source of communication provided. Options are content is abstract, illustrative medium is Hindi, and content is presented through good print. So the correct answer is going to be second, that is when content is illustrative, that is when you illustrate something, that illustrating or that illustration has the power to grab the reader's attention. Next question is, the facial expression of students relate to which element of the communication process? So here we have facial expression. So it relates to which part? Message, receiver, channel, or sender? So it relates to message because facial expression is trying to give some message, right? Next question is, main constituents of para-language are? Options are tone, pitch, quality of voice, rate of speaking, all. So correct answer is going to be all. So whatever relates to basically speaking, all counts under para-language. Next question is, which of the following will not hamper effective communication in the process? Okay. So we have to identify that which will not hamper. Options are a lengthy statement, an ambiguous statement, a precise statement, a statement that allows the listener to draw his or her own conclusion. So lengthy statement will hamper, ambiguous will hamper, precise, no, it will not hamper, and a statement that allows the listener to draw his or her own conclusion, it will also not hamper. That means in this scenario, listener is understanding the message. That's why listener is able to draw his or her own conclusion. Next question is, a classification of body movement is called. Options are emblems, non-verbals, displays, kinesics. So the correct answer is going to be kinesics because kinesics is the study of body movement. So guys, this was for today. If you really like this video, then please like it, share it, and subscribe to the channel. You can join us on Telegram and follow us on Instagram. The links are given in the description box below.